What are you doing there?
Working on a masterpiece.
You making marks on the wall that look like last week's hunt?
Exactly. I want to show the rest of the community and future generations what happens when we go out hunting.
What are you gonna call it when you write on the walls?
Drawing.
Well, you work on that because I'm working on something that will change the course of history.
And what is that, Smarty?
Well, you know how it's been so tiring for us to be on the move all the time?
Yeah, like how we have to make our homes and out of everything we can find near us and bones from most recent kills.
Great, so we're finally on the same page. Plus, I can see how you put, how bad you are at hunting and drawing.
Yeah, I'm the one crumpled and on the ground crying.
I hate how we have to be on the same schedule of an animal. I mean, they're animals and we're the higher species.
Stop being so angry. What's your plan?
Okay. Well, we can have the wheat that grows in the field 5 miles to the east and bring them here so they grow in our backyard.
Good idea, but there's a flaw.
What?
How are we going to have wheat in our backyard if we're always on the move?
Exactly. That is why we're changing the game up. We're going to start staying in one place and growing wheat there.
Brilliant. We can also bring the sheep with us and they will have to stay there.
Good one. Now, what should we call this process?
Domestication.
Domestication? For taking animals and calming them so they do what you want? Now, where do we live?
I got it. We can live on those plateaus because they have good, consistent rain for planting, to grow plants and to drink, and a forest of trees for fire and metals in the mountains for making good plant tools for planting.
There's not much room up there, though. What if a lot of people follow us up there? Isn't this the life?
Yeah, but there's something that's been rubbing me the wrong way.
What?
It's too crowded up here, and I'm going to bed with a whole other family in my house because there's not enough land to go around.
What do you want me to do about it?
Nothing. I have an idea.
Look over there. Little Van Gogh finally has an idea.
Hey, don't give me trash. And who's Van Gogh?
I don't know, but it sounds like a cool name, so I said it. Okay, What's your idea?
You know those 2 rivers down there?
Yeah?
Well, we could live right between the rivers, and the water from them is perfect for our crops, herds, and for us.
What about the soil for planting?
It's perfect. It's called silt, and it comes from the river when it floods, making fertile land.
You said flooding. Won't that wash away our crops?
We'll deal with that later.
What should we call it?
Well, it's between 2 rivers, so how about Mesopotamia?
Perfect. It tells how it is. Do you think the people will follow us down there?
They followed us up here. They'll follow us down there.
Do you think people will go back to hunting and gathering?
If they do, they will die. Ha ha ha.
I have been thinking about how to irrigate the land with the rivers.
Are you insane? How do you think we're gonna have an irrigation system when the rivers are flooding constantly over the banks?
Okay, I've been using my head, and I think we should build something on the sides of the rivers that will keep the river from overflowing. I want to control the water and save our grain.
Good idea. What should we call this process?
How about we call it levee?
Sounds like a good plan, even though it's going to take a lot of work.
Once we have so much grain, we will harvest and grind it with a rubbing stone.
What will we do with all our grain?
We can trade it for something we need.
Who is there to trade with?
I heard the Egyptians make a lot of rubbing stone, which with all the grain we will be growing, it will be very useful.
What can we call these things that we are going to extend our ideas with, Egypt?
Well, cultural diffusion means that our ideas are spread to another river culture.
Maybe we can visit our cousins in Egypt.
Well, I heard this new King Narmer killed a lot of people in Egypt, so I won't be anywhere near there. They even have something called the Narmer Palette, which shows the king acting like a bull and killing everything in his way. If everything is this violent, maybe I want to stay a hunter and gatherer, and not part of a great civilization. This is way, way too complicated.